Good afternoon, Indian River. This is David Moore, your superintendent, with your Facebook Live opportunity to answer your questions you have regarding our instructional provision plan that we have been implementing for the last 2 days. I'm excited to report after only 2 days of implementation and looking at iReady usage, 75% of our K through 5 students have already logged in and are participating in those lessons. So that is exciting to see at such an early rate. Schools are doing an outstanding job of communicating to parents, to students. Work is out there. We're seeing a lot of progress towards moving to this new reality. Once again, I want to thank you for your flexibility and your willingness as we move to this new reality. I want to continue to reinforce that we do not want to be an additional burden to you as a parent in this complex, difficult time. If you're feeling stressed or uneasy about the work that you're being asked to manage or oversee, please use us as a resource. Please contact your principal. Please contact your teacher. Your first line of questioning is always that classroom teacher. We've empowered our teachers to make decisions, to be flexible in the issuing of assignments that are unique to the home learning environment, while at the same time ensures that we continue to master the standards that we're required to cover. We understand in order to master the standards in unique settings in everyone's individual home, considering the amount of technology or limited technology or inconsistent technology, that we go above and beyond in designing a plan that does meet the unique needs of every home environment. News today to share, we have been placed under a stay-at-home order. The governor just did this under an hour ago. This will go into effect Thursday at midnight. So at the close of business tomorrow, we will be under a safer at home order. What does that mean for the Indian River School District? Well, it means if you have not received a laptop in order to conduct your home learning assignments, our schools, the 6 locations, are still open today. So if you have the opportunity to swing by one of those 6 locations, please do so today. Also, even though we're under a stay-at-home order or safer-at-home order, our mobile cafe will continue to function. Matter of fact, we've added a 34th site. So please refer back to the website to identify where that space is, continuing to grow and expand that program. So Safer at Home, you'll still be able to have the opportunity to access our mobile cafes. Medications at schools. Parents, a number of you leave medications at schools that are administered to your students during the confines of the school day. If you have not yet arranged the opportunity to pick up those medications, tomorrow would be the day to do so. We're asking that you please contact your school's principal, work through the teacher to arrange a time tomorrow to pick up that device. We are very excited with the successful implementation of our laptop distribution process. Over 5,000 laptops have been distributed to this point, and we're continuing to distribute through 7 p.m. today. We've now reached the point where if you are a family that needs more than the 1 laptop, we're going to provide the opportunity for you tomorrow from 10 to 2 at 2 locations to check out that additional device. The 2 locations will be Vero Beach Elementary as well as Sebastian Elementary School. 10 to 2, you can swing by. They will, same process, stay in your automobile. We'll check out the device to you without you having to get out of the car. Hopefully after 2 days of implementing our provision plan, you have a clear understanding as to what's being asked of you. You've had the opportunity to be experienced to the level of flexibility within the plan, the amount of time that is outside of computer use. So after going through that 2 days of exposure to our plan, if you still feel you need that device, please attend one of those two locations tomorrow between 10 and 2 to receive that device. And now, before we answer some questions, we are going to a message from one of our board members who has a great deal of experience around the homeschool environment, Ms. Rosario.
Hi, my name is Jacqueline Rosario. I'm one of the school board members here in Indian River County School District. I have been homeschooling my son since first grade. He is now in sixth grade. And I just wanted to share a few tips and maybe some strategies to help you as you transition into this new reality of teaching and learning virtually from home. It's very important that you change your expectation of your child's behavior. While they learn how to manage and adjust to this new way of learning, it's very different from what they are used to, which is in the classroom. And now that they are home, some things can be expected to change, obviously. For all parents and guardians, now is the time for you to observe your child and understand their learning style. Also, if you can pay attention to what time of day works best for them, some children are better learners in the morning, some in the afternoon, and some in the evening. Once you get some of the basic understandings around those established, then you can begin to set routines. Routines are very important. Schedule is very important. Once you kind of give yourself a couple of days to yourself as a parent to adjust to these differences, then you'll be able to establish some kind of normalcy in your new reality. One of the things that have worked for me as a homeschool mom is to be creative with the learning environment. Make it comfortable, make it organic, make it flexible, be more natural with your child, let it flow more naturally with your child's personality and learning style. Children with ADD and ADHD, even children who fidget a lot, really oftentimes they just need some kind of tactile touch. So I would suggest offering them a squishy ball, maybe even a Velcro strip that they can play around with, put it on their pencil case. To you, it might be a distraction, but for some of your kids, that's what helps them to better focus. For my next tip, I wanted to offer a suggestion for reading and reviewing all of their assignments prior to your children actually getting onto the computer. When you do this, you actually teach your children that you're paying attention and that there is some accountability there. For my next tip, why not read to your children? Find time to read to them. One of the best gifts that you can give your child is time together and experience reading from their favorite book or from a book that has been assigned to them from their parents. Even if you have older children, why not read from their text? Why not read from an assigned novel or from an assigned book? Let them see you in a different light as you engage in their learning and teaching together. Thank you.
All right, outstanding tips by board member Ms. Rosario. Thank her for spending a little bit of time with you, sharing her expertise as a homeschooler. So let's go through some questions and some additional updates. Hotspots, additional connectivity. If you are still having connectivity issues after 2 days of implementing our provision plan, we are asking that you reach out, call the school, or email the principal, and they will facilitate two things. A, they're going to facilitate a learning plan here and now, ensuring that you are connected to teaching and learning. We do have, as mentioned before, our paper-based program that are on the mobile cafes. They're being distributed now. We are happy to report that those are being used very minimally, which is absolutely what we wanted to see happening. So we're excited about that. Field trips, reimbursement, students, parents, we are working with the vendors and we'll be pushing out information in the coming week regarding the process on how we will be reimbursing you for the trips and activities that have been canceled. We're looking to have it to be a stress-free environment, one that keeps you home. So we're working through some logistics and we'll have that information available to you. Want to encourage you, some of the questions that we continue to receive are questions that we have answered on our program before. So feel free to rewatch some of the programs that we did Monday and Tuesday, where some of those answers are being given. But at the same time, please know that we are responding to each email. In addition to pulling those questions here and answering them in this space, in this environment, we are also responding to each of those questions, responding to the emails that were sent. And the hotlines, please refer back to our webpage, very specific hotline, so we can answer your questions for you. Questions regarding instruction, delivery, the model, grading, which we're going to address some of those in a second. But the first line of response, as I said, it is the teacher. They have that answer, followed up by the principal. We have been very intentional of ensuring that we're making decisions as close to children as possible. The ones who know your child, your son, your daughter the best are the ones who've been empowered to make the most correct, intimate decision regarding their understanding that they have in regards to the learning needs of your children. So please reach out to your children's teacher. The technology hotline is our busiest hotline. We have added a number of additional operators to respond to questions for you. So we will continue to respond. Please note it takes a number of time to problem solve some of the technical issues on logging on, being familiar to a new system, a new laptop. Please note, as Mr. McDonald said yesterday during our program, we will get to each and every single response to ensure you have what you need to be successful in this environment. So now we'll jump to a few questions that we have been asked. First question, should teachers be asking us to print assignments? The answer to that question is everyone's home reality is different. We really are trying to stay away from asking students to print materials or resources. So if that is happening, please reach back out to your teacher. We do not want to put families, parents, and students in a situation where they can't complete an assignment because they don't have a printer in the house. I don't have a printer in my house. So please, that is something that should not be happening. Still, questions continue around grading. The specific question that we have today, are teachers using pass or fail instead of a letter grade? We still are using a letter grade system, being very flexible, focusing in on around the mastery of the assignment, the mastery of the standard versus the volume of work. So specific questions regarding grading should be pushed back to your teacher, but yes, we will be having grades assigned to courses. Also, there are a number of questions around articulation. So as this situation continues to grow into possibly the summer, how are my students going to be able to select courses for next school year? Once again, the buildings are closed, but we continue to provide instruction and we continue to work. So our school counselors will be working with students, will be working with teachers, reaching out, having conversations, both with this year's teachers as well as parents and students to identify the most appropriate course for students to work, to be assigned to next year. That includes your electives, that includes your honors or AP or IB courses. So please note, we're still continuing to move that work forward. The district continues to run. Board meetings, as an example, have not been postponed. The regular business of the school board of Indian River County continues. So we will continue to have board meetings implementing the business and operation of this district. Question asked regarding teachers not providing live instruction during the confines of the day. This was addressed yesterday. For safety reasons, we're asking for one-way communication, teachers recording their lessons, pushing their lessons out to all students, one-on-one conversations. We want to ensure that we're providing all students with a safe, protected space. Even though it is not in the confines of the classroom, we still want every student to know that they are safe and comfortable in whatever learning environment that we are providing. this be over the internet. We want to ensure that we remain safe and comfortable in this environment. There's another question about using printers. Once again, we should not be using printers. Other question regarding grading. Once again, grading is something that we will be doing, being very flexible to begin as we move forward. Those are our questions. We're glad that the questions continue to shrink. It is a good sign of implementation. Once again, we are moving to a safer at home environment. Almost all of our campuses will be campuses will be completely shut down moving into the coming days, as well as our district. We have been very diligent in working through a plan that ensures that we continue to operate and manage this district, providing the highest quality instruction that is around in regards to meeting the standards. If you have questions moving forward, just because there is a stay-at-home order doesn't mean that we're not actively involved and connected and will be responsive to your needs. So please, hotlines, call them, questions to your teachers. You do not find a response or question the response, feel free to contact the principal. The principal will get back to you, if not a assistant principal, to ensure that we are being flexible. There is no one right answer when you're providing instruction inside the confines of every single home that houses a student in Indian River County. So we will continue to be flexible in the development and design of a comprehensive plan that meets the academic and learning needs of your children. That is our presentation for the day, but before we sign off, we want to end with a message from our school board chair, Ms. Laura Zorg. Thank you for attending.
Thank you to Dr. Moore and our administrators and the team over at the district and throughout with our principals, our teachers, and all our support staff for doing such a superb job over the last couple of weeks in getting us organized for the current reality that we are in today. We have an amazing group of professionals that are working tirelessly every single day, and the staff that's out actually being able to visit with our students. That is so important right now during these tough times that families are faced with. Our number one priority is that you stay healthy during these times. Again, thank you to Dr. Moore and his leadership for helping us through this time of transition that we're going through, and great job today with the implementation of the provisional plan. And remember, we are SDIRC, stronger together.